The Saturday before Thanksgiving as Montana State and Montana played the 114th Brawl of the Wild. For the Grizz, they needed a win not just to protect their home field, but to keep their playoff hopes alive, as a fifth loss would eliminate them from contention. Across the field, the Bobcats with a win would clinch a share of the Big Sky title. The Grizz looking to keep the Great Divide Trophy in Missoula, pick it up first quarter. Grizz opening series on third down, and Jordan Canada breaks through the line, even gets a block from Jordan Johnson. That would put the Grizz inside the Cats' 20. They get an early field goal, up 3-0. Bobcats on their first possession, and Jake Bleskin is going to drop back to throw. Will throw downfield, but pass is picked off by Matt Hermanson, one of the 4 Grizz interceptions of the half. And on the ensuing possession, after a long Jordan Johnson run, Canada powering his way in for the score. Grizz now up 10-0. Next possession, more the same. Johnson on play action. Canada now receiver on the screen pass. He scores again. Grizz now up 17-0. And then the second half, it's even more Grizz defense. Bleskin drops back, and he airs one deep. But Matt Hermanson with another interception, his third of the game. Bleskin his 5th thrown. Later on, Grizz driving, but the Bobcats finally getting some momentum as the defense is going to force a fumble. Cole Moore will pick it up and gets a long return deep into Grizz territory, but the celebration is short-lived for Montana State. Bobcats in striking distance, and they fumble it. Grizz, they would recover. Cats off the board. Grizz win this one 34-7.
Been very, very blessed in a lot of years to win championships, Big Sky championships, WAC championships, Mountain West, NAIA, etc., high school, etc., etc. But today was probably the most special day in my whole coaching career because of what these young men and our coaches did today.
The weekend before Thanksgiving also marks the end of high school football season as state finals were taking place. In Class A, the Dillon Beavers were in their 4th consecutive state championship game, and they were looking to repeat. Their opponent, Southwest Division rival Butte Central, were playing in their first title game since 1992 and were looking for their first championship in over 40 years. The Maroons and the Beavers in the Class A final played at Montana Tech, and it was an exciting one to say the least. The Beavers would get things started quickly on their first possession with senior QB J.D. Ferris connecting with his cousin Justin Ferris, brought it in for a gain of 20. Dillon in striking distance inside the 5, 3rd and goal, and J.D. Ferris with the QB sneak for the score. Beavers up 7-0 early. Butte Central will get things going later on in the first half. QB Cayman Richards, tossing to senior wide receiver Dalton Sessions for the big play. And then a few plays later, in striking distance, Sessions getting out in the open, making the touchdown catch to tie things up at 7 apiece. Fast forward, fourth quarter, 28-14 Maroons. J.D. Ferris finding his man Tyler Van Slyke wide open. Reservations for 6 for the score, bringing it to a 1-possession game. Butte Central on D. J.D. Ferris on defense with the pick and the big play. And now the answer. Jason Ferris breaks free from the defense for the Beavers. Touchdown, and they're going for the win. Rick Nordahl goes for 2, and the Beavers convert. They would hold off the Maroons and repeat in Class A, 29-28 the final.
I was going to gamble, and it was a gamble that paid off. I might have to go to Vegas.
I mean, that was just wild. I mean, the O-line just gave me just enough time, and receiver made a play, and it was just great feeling. We knew we had to hold them one more time. Came up big with the stop, and it was just great.
Well, unbelievable. I just, I'm going to kick back here in a minute and reflect, but I can't believe it. I'm still kind of in awe, way in awe.
NAIA playoffs, Carroll Saints hosting Valley City State from North Dakota in round 1, first quarter. Saints up 7-0. Mac Roach doesn't like what he sees, so he takes off himself for the 21-yard gain, and that play would set up a play-action fake. Even fakes out the cameraman. Roach finds linebacker Sean Blomquist like Mike Vrabel in the flats for the score. 14-0 Saints. In the second, miscommunication between Curtis Walls and his back ball on the ground. Dawson Osborne recovers at the 7. And on the 1 now, Roach faking the handoff and just dives in on his own to put the Saints up 21-0. And then the next Saints possession, Dustin Rinker plowing his way in from 7 yards out for a touchdown. That ties him for the Saints' all-time rushing touchdown record. And then the third, Rinker, he's just going to break it now. He just wants to break it now. This time from 1 yard out to claim the record for most career rushing touchdowns in Carroll Saints history. Saints dominant in their first-round playoff win, shutting out Valley City State 49-0. And before we go, Grizz head volleyball coach Jerry Wagner has officially stepped down from his position. He held the spot for 9 seasons. Hey, that's it for sports. Meteorologist Adam Coslin has a look at your forecast on the other side of the break.